Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. It is the first day of my last week of work before I have 24 days off. Very nice. I'm going to be off in the month where the PS5 and the Xbox comes out, and I'm getting both. Very elite. It's going to be a nice month, November, at least for me personally. Anyway, yeah, it's been a stressful day at work today though. Been a very stressful Monday, and I'm back here to sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy these two reactions. One's a request, one I picked for myself. The first one was a request. I got like 12 requests. I looked at one and I just thought, nah. Looked at the other one, I just thought, nah. One of them was like from Saturday Night Live, and literally any American TV show, like any show like, you know, Jimmy Kimmel or Saturday Night Live, I just skip it. I just don't react to it anymore, because the last time I did a reaction to one of those shows got blocked. So not again. So yeah, there was another skit as well. I just thought, nah, forget it. I actually watched the channel as well. I'm just like, you know what, never mind. So yeah, I'm picking this request though, the Muffin song. According to the comments, it's quite depressing. So yeah. And after this we have got 10 craziest things found frozen in ice. Yes, there's a lot of these videos on YouTube, 10 craziest things of so many different things. I might react to quite a lot of them on my personal channel soon, because they sound quite interesting, and I've seen other YouTubers react to them as well, and it's been quite good laugh to watch. So yeah, more stuff like this will be on the personal channel for sure, and there'll be another one tomorrow as well. There's another 10 crazy things one that I found. Anyway, for now, the Muffin song. I came here to enjoy myself, but yeah, let's see how this goes. Well, why am I laughing? Oh dear. The animation is hilarious, man. I've seen the ASDF movies, like, you know, what do you call them again? Yeah, ASDF movie, yeah, it's just called ASDF movie. I've seen that, it's really funny. This is something else. Why did you name me this way? Why? I don't know how many of you watch this channel, but they uploaded a recent one like 2 weeks ago. It's really funny. Maybe we should react to that one instead. You're gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. That is true, we are all gonna die. Could be tomorrow, could be in 100 years, but it's gonna happen. You're not wrong there. It's gonna happen one day. Look how he's got a nose. I like how random this channel is. What happened to the Muffin though? Where's he gone? There he is. I mean, you'll get eaten soon, mate, don't worry. Whoever animates these, really good job, mate. I don't know who you are. Probably never will know who you are, but you're talented. We're all gonna die. Just a random sheep. We'll see what they're gonna do. I thought, when I first saw the guy, I thought he was gonna eat him. I was just like, he was looking at Muffin like. Well, there we go. That was ASDF movies Muffin Song, which sounded very energetic but was actually quite depressing. So there we go. At least it was a bit funny. Let's go to 10 craziest things found frozen in ice. I saw a shark in the thumbnail. I don't think it's real. Must be just clickbait, but we'll see. We'll see what the craziest things are that have been frozen in ice. We will see. All right. It's not top 5 though. It's top 10.
Are slowly receding due to global warming. While most people think that it is a bad thing, and trust me, I'm not going to argue with that one. Receding glaciers have yielded amazing discoveries in recent years, much to the delight of some scientists. Today we're going to be looking at the craziest things found frozen in ice.
There we go.
Number 1. Not only is it crazy, but it's also very deadly.
It's not the shark, is it? If it is. If it is.
Number 10.
Right. What's going on?
Frozen treasure. This story sounds like it's been ripped straight off of a storybook, but then the BBC reported on it, so it must be legit. Our story starts in 2013 when
what is this, Pirates of the Caribbean?
Walked up to some French law enforcement officers and turned over a small box containing 100 precious jewels, including rubies, emeralds, and sapphires.
They turned it over?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of
they are good, honest people. Whoever turned it over, they need you can tell they're trustworthy.
The box came from an Air India flight that crashed on the mountain in January 1966. The crash claimed the lives of 117 passengers, and because of the location and the weather, the entire thing was never recovered.
I see.
In the years
the bodies weren't
recovered
either, I assume.
Had been found. After the overwhelmingly honest climber turned the jewels over to the authorities, they began to look for the rightful owner amid a veil of secrecy. Nothing can be easy, and 2 different families claimed the box was theirs.
Right.
It isn't the only treasure still on the mountain, though. The Telegraph reported that a French treasure hunter named Daniel Roche found 50 pieces of jewelry that had emerged from the glacier.
How much jewelry was in that plane? Jeez.
An ancient lake.
An ancient lake.
2012,
was it even in the plane? I don't even know, whatever. Still.
Strange, buried deep beneath the frozen landscape of Antarctica. The exact opposite of
I mean, this one isn't really like crazy. A lake gets frozen over, like
that honestly shouldn't
that happens.
Even weirder, the research team that pulled samples from the lake found life.
Not surprised by this one.
According to the BBC, Lake Vostok had existed in complete isolation for millions of years.
Yeah.
And when scientists analyzed the samples, they found bacteria that was completely unlike the bacteria that we're familiar with. The same
Something
drilled again in 2015,
alien?
and they found another mysterious alien-esque sort of bacteria, and they still weren't done at that. In 2016, new scientists announced there's another lake buried under the Antarctic ice sheet. It is also isolated and also contains the potential to harbor life forms unlike anything else on Earth.
I'm not surprised that there's frozen lakes, but I'm interested by the information behind it. Number 8.
World War I battlefield.
Really?
War is an undeniably terrible thing, and every so often something happens to make it even worse. Beginning in the 1990s, global warming started melting the glaciers around northern Italy's town of Peio.
Oh, I see. I was thinking like the war didn't go to Antarctica. What would you mean? What battlefield got frozen?
In the White War of World War I. According to the Telegraph,
Italy as well. It's a hot country.
Avalanches than from the fighting. Thousands of men, many of them teenagers, perished in the mountains, and their bodies were never recovered. Until, that is, global warming started revealing the mummified.
Could they even identify them at this point?
Continues, more bodies are being found.
That's crazy, man.
2004,
big respect to all the soldiers in those wars.
Historians have even uncovered an entire cabinet
deserve to be remembered forever.
Complete with ammo boxes, steel helmets, and clothes.
But damn, this was just
fought in the White War.
Jeez.
On top of that, things like half-dismantled engines have been recovered, along with touching personal items like photographs, newspaper clippings, and pieces of trench art. Some of the bodies have
Consider
been
me
identified, bringing a little closure to families who have waited and wondered.
Very informed by this video.
Number 7.
That was the most interesting one yet.
An ichthyosaur graveyard.
What's an ichthyosaur?
Dinosaurs are cool.
It's a dinosaur. I could have guessed that, but what?
You don't gotta be
what type of dinosaur?
Because
I've never heard of it.
They just are. That's why we can't imagine the excitement of finding a massive early Cretaceous era graveyard perfectly preserved in a Chilean glacier.
What's an ichthyosaur?
According to Live Science, a group of international researchers headed to the Torres del Paine National Park in Chile to uncover 46 complete specimens of creatures they call ichthyosaurs, which for simplicity's sake we'll now call fish lizards.
What are they? Fish lizards. What do they look like? Show me. You show me like 10 different dinosaurs. Where's the actual thing?
They even include soft tissues and embryos. scientists. They aren't small fish or lizards either. The largest skeleton is more than 16 feet long.
Yeah, but I want to see
it was some sort of fairly large accident
some
that
sort of drawing or picture of one.
Sediment and then in the glacier, and that the entire group was likely caught in some kind of avalanche.
Right.
Even though the fish lizards coexisted with all of your favorite kinds of dinosaurs, they died out first in what scientists describe as
That's
a
what they look like.
depletion of oxygen. Number 6.
Okay, interesting.
A tunic from the Iron Age.
Hey,
You
what?
ever found some strange items of clothing discarded
What's
along
a
the hiking
tunic?
trail? A shoe, maybe, or a sock? It turns out that people have been discarding random items of clothing for generations.
What's
In
it?
2015, Science Nordic reported on an odd phenomenon, thanks again to
What is a
global warming.
tunic?
With the melting of
Is that a
Norway's
shirt or
glaciers,
what?
archaeologists are finding things that Iron Age people dropped and couldn't be bothered to pick up.
Right.
The mountains of Oppland County have yielded more than 2,000 artifacts alone, which makes it the Iron Age equivalent of the Vegas Strip. The area is so rich in artifacts.
See that guy in the
because it
Iron
was
Age
once a
suit?
major
Did they pay
thoroughfare
someone to
for
do
our
that? just wear the suit and sit there, mate. It works.
Over the mountains, moving livestock and manning farms with a change in the seasons. Most of the
Looks like a big
artifacts have
dinosaur
been
there, one of those
like arrow
mountains.
heads and horseshoes. But scientists have also found mittens, and in 2011, researchers from the University of Oslo and the Norwegian University of Science and Technology found a tunic that dated between AD 230 and AD 390. It was wadded up and covered in equally
That's a tunic.
horse poop. But it's still
I did
told
say
us plenty
shirt.
about ancient textiles and fashion,
Oh, hey,
and it
same
also
color.
tells us that
Yes.
people since the
There's a
beginning
New
of
York
time
shirt,
have
the
never
Brooklyn
cared
Bridge.
about littering. Number 5.
More modern.
Ancient seeds. If you're lucky, you have a green thumb.
I'm sorry, but the
Unlucky,
World War
you have a
One
few dead
one
plants
was a
that
lot
something
more
said even you couldn't possibly.
intriguing than all of
With your
these.
sheer force of will and inborn talent, you prove them wrong there.
Number one better be a
If that's
banger.
the case, you'll find it even more impressive that scientists have managed to grow plants from material taken from 32,000-year-old seeds that have been encased in ice after being hidden by, and I know this sounds too good to be true, an Ice Age squirrel. Whether his name was Scrat or not is still unconfirmed. You can't help but think about that said movie, and that's fine.
Don't think his name was
National
Scrat
Geographic says it was
in this
a
occasion, but that's actually
Dinosaurs
quite
cached
that's
in
quite
the
funny.
snows and
That
along
is.
the Potomac River.
I like
You
that.
just can't help but picture the poor little guy's disappointment when he found his dinner.
Ice Age was one of the many
presumably with a lot of
movie
science.
franchises that I grew up with, so I appreciate the reference. I appreciate the reference.
104 feet beneath the permafrost layer, but researchers were still able to recover viable plant tissue from inside the seeds. The seeds germinated and ended up with flowers that produced a whole new crop of seeds.
So what? They still
Number 4.
they still grew. They still grew out.
Grasshoppers.
That's mad.
There's nothing more awe-inspiring than the pristine
Grasshoppers.
beauty of a glacier. We're talking about one in Montana.
Frozen
If you're
grasshoppers.
familiar with the history of the American Midwest
Wha-
and West,
wha-
you'll know that
wha-
locusts and
why is this
grasshoppers have a
crazy?
tendency to ruin a lot of things there.
Is this a
Well,
rare
guess what?
thing?
They ruined a whole glacier too.
They're really
It's called
grasshoppers.
Grasshopper Glacier, and that's because this mile-long, half-mile-wide glacier outside Cook City is filled with millions and millions and millions and millions of grasshoppers.
Right.
According to the Montana Office of Tourism, a 1914 analysis of grasshopper specimens confirmed they belong to a species already long extinct for around 200 years. They're pretty sure the ill-fated swarm had been passing over the mountains.
Why
when
is
they
this
were caught in a
crazy, though?
snowstorm. They died and then were frozen into the glacier. under
Why is
years
this
of
crazy? I
glaciers.
want to know about that. Why is this
Grasshopper
crazy?
Glacier isn't the only place in the Beartooth Mountains that you can see frozen locusts.
Frozen
either.
grasshoppers.
There's also Hopper Glacier. and because they
I'm-
couldn't be bothered
we're
to
talking
make
about 10
more,
craziest
they built
things,
a
yeah?
Second Grasshopper Glacier.
Okay.
Number
Okay.
3.
Into the top 3 then.
Otzi the Iceman. Otzi was discovered by two
Okay,
high
this is
No
crazy.
matter what cool things happen to you on your vacation, you're never gonna be able to top their story. According to the South Tyrol Museum of Archaeology, Erica and Helmut Simon reported him as a victim of a modern mountaineering accident. And I think we can
Right.
assume that that wasn't even close to the truth. Otzi has been studied a lot, and National Geographic reported he's got at least 19 relatives living in the Tyrol area of Austria.
Right.
We also know he had a tough life. He had advanced gum disease, hardened arteries, gallstones, and high levels of arsenic in his system. And it also suffered damage from frostbite.
This guy did not have a good life,
Probably
did
had
he?
Lyme disease.
What enough?
I did feel bad for this guy. He's like the Milhouse of Iceman. But most interesting are the findings that show just how much he had in common with us. He had some serious ink and is covered with tattoos believed to be connected to acupuncture. The Telegraph reported that he liked his souvenirs too. The axe he carried was from Tuscany, hundreds of miles from where he had died. And according to
But,
Gizmodo,
wait.
research done on the contents of his stomach found that his last meal,
Did he fall? How did he die?
Not unlike the process we use to make bacon. Seems like all humans across the ages share the
Is it
universal
just an
love for
accident?
bacon
That's it.
after all. Now it's time for the day's
Okay,
best
whatever.
pick. Today's best pick has been sent over by a subscriber, so if you find something pretty interesting online but couldn't be bothered to research into it, send it on over to us and we'll do all the legwork.
That's not a shark.
We might even feature it in a video.
I thought it was in the thumbnail.
Relics from our prehistoric past.
Is that a mosasaur?
Thanks to global warming
From Jurassic World, that thing. That big green thing.
Slowly giving up their stranglehold on many interesting things from our past. Just recently, the perfectly preserved remains of a woolly mammoth was unearthed, and it contained genetic material that would possibly make finding these magnificent beasts possible.
Ice Age vibes.
Our photo today doesn't show a woolly mammoth, though. It's a million times more terrifying. Trapped in the ice is a mosasaur, the largest and fiercest looking aquatic lizard that has ever swam the world's oceans.
Mosasaur.
In this photo, it looks like this giant lizard is...
So there was one in Jurassic World. That one apparently is bigger than they actually were in real life, but they were still pretty big.
What I would say if this wasn't just photoshopped from the Jurassic World posters. Yep, what you're seeing right here is just a clever use of the mosasaur from Jurassic World and putting it in a glacier, either from Photoshop or GIMP.
But I assume they look pretty similar to this.
And it obviously was. There have been no perfectly
just smaller
remains of a mosasaur found anywhere, much less frozen in a glacier.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge.
Wait, so it wasn't frozen then?
If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it. It really works.
Number 1.
Okay.
A reindeer infected with anthrax.
Like, subscribe. Where's my 10 years, mates?
And we would like to keep it that way by not showing you what actually was found.
Reindeer.
In 2016, global warming struck again when a heat wave led to the thawing of a decades-old reindeer carcass in western Siberia.
Right.
The body had been infected with anthrax, and according to CNN, the reindeer's reappearance led to the almost immediate deaths of 1,200 reindeer nearby.
Right.
Scientists believe that the reindeer not only fell victim to the infection, but then passed it on to some of the nearly 15,000 people who live a nomadic reindeer-centered lifestyle that honestly sounds pretty awesome. Except for the anthrax. Kind of puts a damper on things. According to Vice News, around 40 people were hospitalized with symptoms of anthrax, and this was no minor outbreak. This is the same kind of anthrax that had been weaponized, and the Russian government dispatched specialists in biological warfare to try to contain it. You'd think this would be another cautionary tale of the dangers of global warming, but this particular area of the Arctic
I did not expect
95 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't know what
to hear what I'm hearing.
The melting permafrost, but this movie probably won't end well either. Which amazing frozen discovery impressed you the most? Let us know in the comment section below.
What impressed me the most was
amazing discoveries? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen.
the World War I
As
soldiers.
always, everybody, thank you all for watching, and I will see you.
Well, it wasn't really
all next
impressive,
time.
but
Later, everybody.
oh, okay. I didn't see. Okay, I went back in the video. I was just like, wait, did he say reindeer? No, it was reindeer affected with anthrax. Okay, that's better context for me. But yeah, the World War I soldier, the battlefield. That was very intriguing. I was just like, really? An actual battlefield from a war just got frozen over for decades. Didn't it say 1990 or something? Or was it before that? I think this was found after the Second World War. That's actually mad. That's actually mad. But yeah, I knew that thumbnail was fake. I told you. But it was an actual animal. The mosasaur was an actual animal. It wasn't. It's not a dinosaur. I'm pretty sure, but it's a what's the word? Jurassic? Prehistoric? Yeah, prehistoric. It's a prehistoric animal, but it's not a dinosaur, and it lived in the sea. So yeah, I'm glad they're not alive anymore. Jeez. To be fair though, if you think about the ocean, right? There's so much of the ocean that we haven't seen. Like, we're always talking about aliens and who might be in the sky, but we never look down in the sea. There must be some crazy stuff going on in the depths of it where we can't go, where we haven't gone. Because there's so much of the ocean we haven't seen. Who knows what's down there? I doubt there's dinosaurs, but there could be something bigger than a blue whale down there, at least, surely. Like, something. Maybe there's something down there. Not frozen, actually alive. But we don't know, do we? We don't know. Is there a way to go down there? I mean, you can go down there, but when you go to certain depth, like, it starts to... I don't know. Send something down there. So something that can withstand the depths of the sea. With a camera. Just send some sort of machine down there, alright? Forget sending things to Mars, right? Send something underwater. We need to know what's at the bottom of the ocean. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.
Alone inside a crowd, 'cause I can't